Uh, Good morning to all my dear students. I hope so all are fine. Eh? Last class, I'm unable to take the class. Why? Because I attended Observer for APMC 2020 in DNR Engineering and Technology Bhimvaram. So that's why I'm not able to take the class. It is on Monday. Then, so first we'll revise what the last previous class. We discussed about that mechanical actuation systems, basic principles, right? So we discussed about what is actuation systems. Actuation system is nothing but it is the system which apply in controlling action on a machine or a device or an equipment to get the desired output. So why we have to in mechanic, why we have to go for mechanical actuation system means uh, due to some mechanisms and then we can get the output. So that means maybe some process, maybe some functioning, all the things, functioning, process, all the things that is in industrial some processes going on, all these operating machines. So these operating done by some mechanical actuation systems. We discussed the last class linkages, right? 4-bar chain mechanism. And also we discussed about the crank lever mechanism, double crank lever mechanism, and then engine. Also engine is nothing but 4-bar, right? A slider crank chain mechanism. Cams, we discussed the cams. So these are all actuation systems, mechanical actuation systems. And also we discussed the bearing, belts and drives, and these are all mechanical actuations. It means with the help of these mechanical linkages, cams, and some bearings and belt drives and other, and also we discussed so many things. So these are all are the mechanical actuation systems which in turn control the machine to reach the output. So now today, so we are going to discussing about the electrical actuation system. In the electrical actuation system, so this is also the mechanical actuation system. So what we discussed, all things you learned in theory of machines. And the same similar in this electrical and actuation system also, you know that what electrical actuation. Anybody can post a message in the chat box. Electrical actuation systems. Simple one in our daily life. What you say? Electrical actuation system. Electrical actuation system. Anybody? Anybody? Lift. Okay, right. Next, daily simple. I am asking about if you are telling somewhat lift. Okay, right. Correct. It is right. Number 311. Right. Lift is an electrical actuation system. Then anybody? Simple. Daily you are daily you are operating that one. Daily you are operating that one. Maybe 5 times, 6 times also. Simple. An actuation system is there, electrical actuation system. That one you are operating daily 5 or 6 times. I am giving hint to you. Heaters, lights, very good. Can I don't number 328 Basha, don't tell lights. You have to say switches, electrical switches. Electrical switches are actuation system. Light is a system. Light is a device. So the light is actuated by switching on the switch. Or understand? Heaters, right? Here heater is a machine. That is, it is actuated by electrical switch. So switch is an actuation system, electrical actuation system. Here daily you are pressing the switch 4 or 5 times according to your convenient. Maybe you have to on the fan, on the light, or on the heater. All these are all the electrical. The best example of electrical actuation system is an electrical switch, on and off operating device, on and operating system. That means this electrical switch is nothing but this is that is, it is applying a action, a controlling action on a system. For example, light, we have to on and off. That is controlling. We have to on means the light glows. When we don't need, then we have to off the switch. Means control. That means this electrical actuation system, electrical switch, is applying action on the system. That is maybe a light or a bulb or a fan or a fridge or a AC or anyway. These are all electrical switches is best example for electrical actuation systems. Now it is clear. So number 28, you said that heaters lights are the systems. Those are not the electrical actuation system. So here switch is that electrical actuation system, right? Right. Then now we'll discuss, right? So what I said, the actuator, last previous class, I clearly defined about the actuator. So now there are so many definitions are there in actuators. Means the last class, what I said to you, an actuator or actuating system is applying a controlling action on a machine or a device to get the desired outcome. Here in this actuator, see here, it is a device which is used to actuate a process. That means some process, we have to run the process. That process is to actuate by a actuating system. And actuator is to operate the process, right? Anyway, actuate a process is to operate the process. Operate means what I said to you, that on and off. Operate means on and off. Here operate meaning is on and off. The switching devices, what I said to you, the switches, right? The mechanical switches, example relay and solid state switches. Solid state already we discussed. These electrical actuation systems already we discussed in unit 2 completely. Whatever the components, whatever the devices, whatever the elements we discussed in unit 2, all are electrical actuating systems. So here in unit 3, 30% of the syllabus, 20 to 25% of the syllabus already you know. That is mechanical actuation systems. What are those? Cams, linkages, right? Bearings, belts and drives. These are all mechanical. Already you studied. In this electrical actuation systems, in the unit 2, already we discussed it. So these are solid state devices already we discussed, right? Solid state switches. That is nothing but diodes. We discussed PN junction diode, thyristors. Thyristors are nothing but family of thyristors. Already we discussed two. Diac and triac are the switches. Diac and triac. Transistors we discussed, right? Switch on or off electrical devices. These are all. That means switch on or off electrical devices means here that for example diode, the current may increase or may decrease. In the forward bias increases the flow of current. In the reverse bias, the flow of current decreases. That means it's negligible. That means maybe in terms of milliamperes or microamperes. That means on and off. Some devices may be in off condition, right? And the solenoid we discussed now. In the unit 3 already we discussed about the solenoid, right? This solenoid will actuate the valves. So both in hydraulic and pneumatic, and drive system, DC motor and AC motor, stepper motor. So motors are electrical actuation devices, electrical actuating devices, right? So these are the main. See here again, I'm repeating. Electrical actuation devices are switching devices, main, solenoid, and drive systems. Switching devices, all switching devices. That means a relay, relay. That means on and off device, and solid state switches. The solid state switches are what we discussed: diodes, MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors, thyristors, transistors, BJT, all what we even amplifiers also, right? Filters also. These are all electrical actuation systems. In unit 2, what we discussed here I clearly written solid state devices or switches. That means in the unit 2, what we discussed completely solid state devices we discussed. All solid state devices are electrical activating systems. In the examination, if they ask, so you explained about electrical actuation systems, the any one or two you can explain briefly. Then you can go for you can choose either PN junction diode or transistor or BJT, whatever, two, diac, triac, what we discussed in unit 2. Example I am saying, or otherwise you can go for solenoid, right? Application solenoid where it is used. Of course, better go for the examination, better write solid state devices, maybe diode, transistor, BJT, RFET, field effect transistor, MOSFET. You can write. They will ask any one of the electrical active. Then you can choose any one. Diac, triac also you can write. Operational amplifier also, right? You can go for any one. For example, in the examination, if they ask, so what about mechanical actuation system, and explain any one example like that, they will ask. Then you can go for briefly explain about that mechanical actuation system, and then you have to go for uh, slider crank chain mechanisms, right? And then next cams, we can discuss cams, right? Bearings, right? Belts and nuts. Anyone? 1 minute. Wait 1 minute. Okay. Some phone call came, urgent phone call, so that's why I lifted. Uh, so now we'll discuss, right? So drive systems, right? If you solenoid, already we discussed the solenoid, right? Uh, Solenoid, right? Directional control valve. The directional control valve is operating with the help of the solenoid, right? So here that means it activate the solenoid, activate the valve. That means, in other words, it is also nothing but one of the switching devices. The solenoid is energizing means that the current is flowing. The solenoid is de-energized means the current is not flowing. That means on and off only. Solenoid is also, in other words, it is an on and off device only. That means, so when the current flows automatically, the valve activated. That means the control valve activated. That means already we discussed a 3x2 valve, right, 2x2 valve, 5x2 valve, right? That we discussed 4x2 valve. So these are all the valves are activated, maybe a mechanical by push button or lever, or and also by solenoid. That means through when the current when the solenoid is energized, then automatically the current flows, thereby the valve activated. When the solenoid is de-energized, the valve is automatically, it is in the initial, we come to the initial, it will comes into the initial position. And drive systems, DC motor, AC motor, and stepper motor, right? So motors, all of you know that motor will activate, right? All of you know that rotor and stator is there. Stator is fixed, rotor rotates, thereby the flux cuts, some energy produced. That energy is to lift up, to suck the water, right? These are the drive systems, right? Even the motors, any applications, can you post the applications where the motor is used? So many applications. Anybody? Anybody? Motor applications. The output from the motor is mechanical energy, right? A rotating shaft wherever. So with the help of the motor, we can go for rotating the shaft. Anybody? Examples. Anybody? Can you post the message, the chat box? Driving the pump in power plant, right? Very good. Very good, Nana. Number 28, NCEP 20, say always that 28 Basha is telling. Any other? Driving the pump in power plants, correct. Any other application? Stepper motor. Stepper motor. Anybody? That means a stepper motor means the motor drives in incremental angles and some at regular intervals of time. Stepper motor. So, in our, for example, if you see in high quality watches, maybe Titan gear watches, there correctly some stepper motor is arranged, so it will periodically it is moving, the need is moving, and also the stepper motor is used in CNC, computer numerical control lathe machines. This stepper motor is linked with the lead screw, thereby the positioning, changing the position, right? We can use the stepper motor in control, computer numerical control. Next, semiconductor. Right, just we will discuss overall. Already, all of you know. Already we discussed it. Just I'm revising whatever that electrical actuation systems, right? First, switching devices. That is nothing but basic electronics. A semiconductor, that is diode, transistor, resistor. So these are all activity. Already we discussed P type and N type material, PN junction diode, right? Here this layer is a this is nothing but what is this layer? It is a depletion region, right? And this is the symbol of the diode, right? And see, if you see, this is a NP and a PN. N, this is a transistor, right? Transistor, and see here, this is a diode, and this is PNP transistors, right? That means a PNP transistor is nothing but two diodes. That is a PN junction diode and NP junction diode. The two diodes combination, we can get the PNP transistors, right? Here, if you see in this NPN transistor, two diodes, that is NP junction diode and PN junction diode. These two junction, this is the diode symbol, and this is the two diodes, NP and PN. Then we can get the NPN junction, right? NPN transistor. Similarly, PNP transistors. And resistor, I think all of you know that resistor is it opposes the current flow. And semiconductor, these are the semiconductor diode and transistors. That means semiconductor means P type semiconductor material, N type semiconductor material, right? And, so diode already we discussed it, right? PN junction diode working in forward bias and working in the reverse bias, and also the transistors, BJT, bipolar junction transistor. Right, in the bipolar junction transistor, three terminals. What are those three terminals? Anybody in transistor? Three terminals. See here, this is one terminal, and this is another one, and this is can you name anybody? Can you name the PN junction? Two terminals. This is one and this is two, right? But in the transistor, three. What are those? Anybody name? Anybody? Name that terminals fast. Don't waste the time. So whether you are there or not in the class, I do not know. So nobody is not responding. Emitter, no, Basha, always you are telling. What about the remaining members? Emitter, source, correct. I hope so. All members, they are just on and then they are not there. And లేరని మాట వాళ్ళు సెల్ ఫోన్ ఆన్ చేసి క్లాస్ ఆన్ చేసి అక్కడ లేరు. ఓకే రైట్, సోర్స్, ఎమిటర్ అండ్ అనదర్ వన్. సాయి చరణ్ చెప్పు. సో అనదర్ వన్, త్రీ టెర్మినల్స్. భాష సెడ్ దట్ సోర్స్, ఎమిటర్, అండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద అదర్ వన్? So then my doubt is completely holidays you are staying in the house. Why you are not reading collector base emitter collector, right? సేపు ఆ 3% 4% ఉంటారు, వాళ్ళే ఆన్సర్ చేస్తున్నారు, మిగతా వాళ్ళు ఎవరు ఆన్సర్ చేయట్లేదు. బేస్ ఎమిటర్ కలెక్టర్, రైట్? See here, when the class is over, today's class, for example, 3 classes, you have to study, right? మీరు చదవాలి. ఇంట్లో ఉండి కూడా మీరు గమ్మున ప్రశాంతంగా కష్టపడి చదువుకునే దానికి ఏమయ్యా మీకు? అసలు రెస్పాండే గారు ఇప్పుడు పిలిస్తే ఒక 5-6 మంది పలకరు. 5 or 6 members, they will not even respond. Number 43 message in the chat box. 43 regular 43 regular 43 regular 43 message in the chat box. I'm unmuting you, please talk. 43 43 చూడండి, మీరే చూడండి బాబు అందరూ. ఆయన ఏమో ఆన్ చేసి నేను అన్మ్యూట్ చేశాను, ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోయాడు, ఏదో మాటలు పడుతున్నాయి. అలా రీజనింగ్ ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళిపోయాడు, ఆయన మళ్ళీ మ్యూట్ చేసుకున్నాడు. 43 వెళ్ళిపోయాడు, ఇంకా క్లాస్లో లేడు ఆయన. 43 లేడు. ఇది రైట్ యాటిట్యూడ్. లేడు, రెగ్యులర్ 43 వెళ్ళిపోయాడు క్లాస్లో నుంచి బయటికి. అసలు నాకు అర్థం కానిది ఒకటే, అసలుకి మీరు ఇప్పుడు అంత హాలిడేసే కదా, లక్షణంగా చదువుకోవచ్చు. గూగుల్ మాకు ఇప్పుడు నేను వాట్ ఎవర్ ద వీడియో ఐఎమ్ అప్లోడింగ్ ఇన్ ద LMS డిజివర్సిటీ, యూ హ్యావ్ టు వాచ్ అగైన్ అండ్ అగైన్. మీ నోట్స్ ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. I do not know that you are wasting much more time. And number 60, whether you are there or not, post a message in the chat box. Number 60. Number 60. లేడు, నెంబర్ 60 కూడా లేడు. 43 లేడు. 43 ఏమో వచ్చి ఏదో పెట్టేసి వెళ్ళాడు, ఏదో మాట్లాడబడుతున్నాయి, నేను అన్మ్యూట్ చేస్తే. ఇప్పుడు ఏమో 60 ఏమో పలకట్లేదు అసలు. నెంబర్ 60. నెంబర్ 60. నెంబర్ 60. ఎవరు ఫోన్ చేసి చెప్పారయ్యా మీకు సార్ కాల్ పిలుస్తున్నారని? బాబు అన్మ్యూట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్. అన్మ్యూట్. నెంబర్ 60 అన్మ్యూట్. నెంబర్ 60 నిన్నే బాబు. పలకరు, ఇంకా ఎవరి పనులు వాళ్ళు చేసుకుంటా ఉన్నారు. అసలుకి యు ఆర్ నాట్ లిజనింగ్ ద క్లాసెస్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ 30-40%. నెంబర్ 50. 50. ఇప్పుడు అటెండెన్స్ అడగనుంది 50, 60, 51, 52 అంటే ఎస్ సార్ అన్నీ మీడియట్కి పెట్టేస్తారు. ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకు పెట్టట్లేదు 50 అంటే? నెంబర్ 50. lateral entry 9. Lateral entry 9. Adinarayana. Post a message in the chat box. Lateral entry 9. ఏను కూడా లేడు, ఎవరు లేరు. కరెక్ట్ ఆ టైంకి అటెండెన్స్ టైం 3:45, 10:45 టైంకి వచ్చేస్తారు అందరూ. 309 ఆదినారాయణ lateral entry. 309. లేదు, పలకట్లేదు. ఇటుంటుంది. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ కరెక్ట్ యాటిట్యూడ్. (92) 392 regular. 392 regular. Post message in the chat box. 392. చాలా క్లియర్గా చెప్తున్నానమ్మా, మీరు ఈ యాటిట్యూడ్తో అయితే మాత్రం చాలా కష్టం. దిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ద కరెక్ట్ యాటిట్యూడ్ వాట్ యు ఆర్ డూయింగ్. ఈ యాటిట్యూడ్ చాలా కష్టం. 392. మళ్ళీ ఈ లోపల ఫ్రెండ్ ఎవరో ఒకరు కాల్ చేస్తారు, ఆయన మళ్ళీ చేస్తారని పెడతారు లేట్గా. It's not correct. Remember lateral entry 24. 24. Lateral entry 24. Post a message in the chat box. Lateral entry 24. Lateral entry 24. You know, lead. Huh? 24. Okay. Well, this is not the correct attitude. Huh? See here, three terminals are there. So one is base. Base is the common terminal. Okay, 24. Okay, lateral entry. Base is the common terminal for both emitter and collector. So it means three terminals. What are those? Base, emitter, and collector. That means emitter current is nothing but it is equal to the sum of the collector current and base current. Here the base is lightly doped. So only the 5% of current is attracted and the remaining it crosses towards the collector. That means the emitter current is nothing but it is the sum of the base current and the collector current. That is maybe in the depending upon NPN and PNPN, depending upon the majority carriers, maybe the electrons are holes. Right. Next. These are the mechanical switches, right? A relay. Relay is the mechanical switch, right? An electrically, just it is an operated switch, electrical operated switch. What you see in our household appliances, right? So here this is electrical operated switch. Here in this protection, the diode is there and a transistor is there and some relay cards. See here, this is a NO indicates normally opened, NC means normally closed. That means when it is a closed contact, then only the current passes. The open means the current is not passes. That is the thing. Next, relays. These are, see here what I said now. The relays are nothing but these are electrically operated systems in which the current in one circuit switches a current on and off to the another circuit. It means NO indicates it is normally opened and normally closed. Opened means normally opened, there is no current flow. Closed means, that means all of you know that it is like this, right? Right, it is like this. So this is a normally opened. That means the current is not passes. Once it is closed, this is a normally closed. Once it closes, automatically the current passes. Right. So output from the controller is small, so it is often used with transistors. See, the importance of this relays is to operate a device which needs a larger current. We go for relays and inductors. What is the importance of this relays? It needs, so that means it is to operate a device which needs a large current. Right, next. With all things you know, solenoid also we discussed about. Solenoid is an nothing but electromagnet which can be used as an actuator. It is an electromagnet. Solenoid is nothing but it is an electromagnet. Remember this point. Solenoid is an electromagnet. And it is electrically operated actuators which is used in hydraulics and pneumatic actuation systems. Already we discussed, right? Next, this is the solenoid, right? Here, this is the solenoid, the shape. This is the solenoid, right? Here, if you observe clearly, the solenoid is at rest. The valve, that means the solenoid is not energized. That means there is no flow. Here, see, there is no flow. F indicates here there is no flow. When the solenoid is active, that means energized, then automatically the flow takes place, right? See here, the flow takes place. It may be either a hydraulic or pneumatic. This is an example I'm showing. Already we discussed all these. See here, if you observe clearly, what happens when the solenoid is not energized, there is no flow here. See, observe clearly here, there is no flow. Maybe either a hydraulic or pneumatic. When the solenoid is active, that means solenoid is energized. Automatically what happens, some control valves will be activated, then the flow occurs. That means here, what is the meaning of solenoid active means? When the solenoid is active means the solenoid is energized, and thereby what happens? The valve will operate, the position changes, and the flow takes place. That is the meaning here. And solid state switches. Already we discussed about what is the diode, right? All solid state devices are electrical activation system. Thyristor, triac, bipolar, MOSFET. Already we discussed that, right? If you see in 10:30, what I observed, 60 members are there. In 10:30, 60 members are there. But now within 10 minutes, 83 members are there. ఏంటంటే కొంతమంది కరెక్ట్ ఈ అటెండెన్స్ కోసము ఏదో 10:30కి 10:40కి వచ్చేస్తున్నారు. Is it right attitude? Like what I observed, 10:30, 61 members are there, but now 22 members are increased. ఈ విధంగా అయితే ఇంకేం లేదు, సింపుల్గా ఆప్షన్ పెట్టేస్తామమ్మా. బాబు, who will simply give option. ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ మాకు కరెక్ట్గా రికార్డులో ఎల్ఎంఎస్ డిజివర్సిటీకి వెళ్తే టైమింగ్స్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. From tomorrow onwards, I will take the attendance randomly, right? And then before 10:30 ki, maybe I will take a 10:15, or maybe I will take 10:30 and 10:45. I will take the attendance. For example, if 10:30, 60 members are came means only I will take. Right. Next we will go for the next one. See here, this is a P-type, N-type, what we discussed at diode, right? This is the forward junction. If you see, observe clearly, when the voltage increases, positive voltage, the positive current increases, right? When the negative voltage increases in the reverse bias, automatically at one particular point there will be a breakdown takes place, and for a constant voltage, the negative current increases rapidly. These are all the things we discussed in second unit. Just we are revising. And bipolar transistors, right? If you see bipolar transistor, this is a bipolar. That means a base is the common terminal for both emitter and collector, right? This is a transistor, right? Right, NPN transistor. So what we discussed, right? And transistor is acting as a switch. Acts as a switch. It acts as a switch. Here, with the help of the transistors, see here, this is a solar cell. The solar cell receives the radiations, right? And then the transistor will activated. Here, the bulb is there; it will close. So applications. This is application, right? And then if you see here, the thermocouple, right? Here one candle, right? Here that means the radiation, that means heat radiations. Here the thermocouple, I think all of you know that two dissimilar materials are junctioned. The two junctions are maintained at two different temperatures, right? Thereby the EMF is produced. EMF is produced means what about current only, right? So here, with the help of the light radiations, that means heat radiations, with the help of the light and heat radiations, see here, if you see clearly. See here, this light radiations or heat, that is thermal, here due to this thermocouple, we are developing the EMF, that is voltage, electromotive force. That means with the help of this voltage, this bulb is glowing. That means by arranging a transistor. These are the several applications, right? Here we are arranging here the solar cell, right? In this we are arranging a solar cell. Here the solar cell means is nothing but it absorbs the radiations, sun radiations, right? And then here the transistor, it is nothing but it operating. This one is operating the switch. Operating the switch, right? Here this is another example. So due to this thermocouple, we have to develop the electromotive force. So with the help of this electromotive force, the bulb is blown, right? And then MOSFET. See, already we discussed the MOSFET. So MOSFET now here three terminals: gate, drain, and source, right? So already we discussed it acts as a capacitor, field effect transistor. The next triac. See here, if you observe these are all triac. Already we discussed in unit 2 all the things. See here in this when the gate is triggered, automatically the current flows. Here the gate current, right? When the gate current is triggered, is not triggered. For example, there is no current flow. Even the voltage increases, so there is no current flow. That means it is an off condition. The gate is triggered again so due to that means by increasing of a small increasing in the positive voltage, there will be a large increasing in the current. Same similarly in the reverse bias also. These are the here it consists of two diodes, gate and main terminal 1 and main terminal 2. So drive system, all of you know that motors, right? A DC motor and AC motor, stepper motor, right? See, if you observe the DC motor here, the rotor is there, right? Here the and these stator, right? North pole and south pole. So these are fixed and the rotor rotates, thereby the flux cuts, thereby the energy produced. That means the energy produced and it is varied. Thereby, with the help of that energy, we can do, that energy we can use in several applications. Right, when the current passes through the coil, what happened? The resulting forces acting on its sides at the right angles, the field cause the force to act to those the sides to give a rotation, right? So these are all the things you know very well, right? So no need of discussion. And these are the parts, right? Stator, rotor. Here, rotor is a electromagnet, and stator is a permanent magnet, which is fixed. Permanent or non-permanent magnet, armature, commutator, brush. Here in this motor, DC brushed motor is there, DC brushless motor is there. So depending upon the application, we can use. And this is a stepper motor, right? Stepper motor, I already told you that it is another words. It is also called a variable reluctance motor, right? See, that means this motor, in this it rotates incremental in angles, incremental in steps, in a regular periodic time. Right. Here, when opposite pair, so these are all done. That is, the depth is not required to you. Right, 1 minute. Actually, what I said to you that the application it is used in the CNC computer numerical control for position. That means it is attached linked to the lead screw of CNC lathe, and for positioning, for changing the position. See here the step angle may be here. If you observe clearly, the last is 7.5 degree to 15 degree, right? 7.5 degree to 15 degree. So now here, so if you observe 1045, I seen 82 members. Now here 1050, 5 members came. Is it right attitude? ఇప్పుడు వచ్చిన 5 మందికి చెప్తున్నానమ్మా 5 members came. 1045 చూసినప్పుడు 82 members are there. Now at 1050, 87 members are there. 5 members increased. ఈ 5 members కి నేను చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే అమ్మా మళ్ళీ 88 ఇప్పుడు ఒక అతను వచ్చాడు మళ్ళీ. ఇది కరెక్ట్ ప్రొసీజర్ కాదమ్మా. మీరు ఇక్కడ చదువుకునే దానికి చేరారు ఇక్కడ. మళ్ళీ 89 వచ్చేసారు అప్పుడే. చూడండి ఇంకా ఇప్పుడు 95 దాకా వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు 95, 99 వెళ్ళిపోద్ది. ఈ యొక్క 1045 నుంచి 11 వరకు దాదాపు 82 నుంచి ఒక దాదాపు 15 మెంబర్స్ వచ్చేస్తారు. ఎట్లా వచ్చేస్తారు తెలియదు. మరి అంత వరస్ట్గా ఉంటే ఎట్లమ్మా మీరు? మీరు చదువుకునే వాళ్ళు, యూ హ్యావ్ టు నో ద ప్రిన్సిపల్స్. ఇప్పుడు చదువుకునే వాళ్ళు చదువుకోలేని వాళ్ళు కూడా ఒకే విధంగా మీరు కూడా వాళ్ళలాగే ప్రవర్తిస్తే ఎట్లా? ఏం బాబు 90 వచ్చేసారు, 82 నుంచి 90, ఇంకపోతే 9 చెప్పారు కదా, 95, 96 కూడా వచ్చేస్తారు. This is not good. Change your attitude. This will reflect on your conduct. ఏదో చెప్తే మీకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు. మళ్ళీ ఏదైనా మీటింగ్, సిఆర్సీ మీటింగ్ వస్తే ఓ అబ్బా ఏదో క్వశ్చన్ చదివే వాళ్ళకి కూడా ఉండదు, అంత క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతారు మీరు. అన్ని క్వశ్చన్లు వేస్తారు. బాబు నాన్న చెప్పేది అర్థమవుతుంది ఫర్ ఆల్ స్టూడెంట్స్కి చెప్పేది. మై అడ్వైజ్, బెటర్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు బీ ఇన్ ఏ గుడ్ యాటిట్యూడ్. సో మీకు ఏంటంటే మీకు ఇప్పుడు క్లాస్లో అరేంజ్ చేసేది మీకోసమే కదమ్మా. మీరు శ్రద్ధగా వినకపోతే ఎట్లా? ఏదో ఇప్పుడు 10:45 చెప్పాను కదా, 10:45 నుంచి ఇప్పుడు 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes అయింది. ఆల్మోస్ట్ 91, అంటే 9 members వచ్చారు. 9 members జాయిన్డ్ విత్ ఇన్ దిస్ 6 minutes. 9 members జాయిన్డ్, 92, 10 members కరెక్ట్గా వచ్చేసరికి 10 members జాయిన్డ్. ఇది రైట్ యాటిట్యూడా? ఇట్స్ నాట్ కరెక్ట్. అదేమోనంటే మాకు నెట్వర్క్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ సార్ ఆన్సర్ సింపుల్గా. అదొకటి దొరుకుతుంది అనమాట. మీకు నెట్వర్క్ బాగున్నా కానీ నెట్వర్క్ బాగాలేదు సార్ ఆన్సర్ సింపుల్గా. నేను అందరిని అనట్లేదమ్మా, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ టెల్లింగ్ టు ఆల్. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే దాదాపు 30 to 40 members ఉన్నారు ఆ విధంగా. ఈవెన్ దో ద నెట్వర్క్ ఈస్ గుడ్, దే ఆర్ నాట్ అటెంప్టింగ్ ద క్లాసెస్. ఈవెన్ ఈ క్విజెస్ కూడా చాలా మంది అటెంప్ట్ చేయట్లేదమ్మా. ఇట్స్ నాట్ గుడ్. 94 వచ్చేసారు, మళ్ళీ 12 members ఇంక్రీజ్ అయ్యారు. వచ్చేసి నేను చెప్పాను కదా 100 కూడా దాటచ్చు, 100 కూడా దాటుతారు. ఏమో రణధీర్ ఇప్పుడే వచ్చావమ్మా. రణధీర్ 340. రణధీర్ ఇప్పుడు వచ్చాడు. అండ్ కృష్ణబాబు కూడా. అండ్ నూకల అంటే ఎవరు? చేంజ్ యువర్ రోల్ నెంబర్ చేంజ్ చేయండి అమ్మా మీ పేరు. అతను కూడా ఇప్పుడే వచ్చాడు. సో నౌ రెస్పాండ్ యువర్ అటెండెన్స్ one by one. Number 1, 4, 5, 1 minute, 5, right, okay, 4, 5, option 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, so 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 24 option ta 25, right, 25 కూడా ఆప్షన్ అమ్మా. 25, 26 present, okay, right, 25 present, 26, okay, 28, 27 present, 27, right, 28 to 29, 30, right, 30, 31, 32 present, 32, right, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 38, 38, 39, 41, 42, 43, 42, 43, 44, right, 45, 46, 48, 49, 50, 49, 50, okay, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55 present, okay, 56, 56, 60, 60, 60 option to me. 60, right, 61, 61, 63, 64, 64, 64 option turn, 65, 66, 67 present, okay, right, 68 present, 69 present, right, 70, 70 present, right, 73, 73, 73, 73, 74 present, right, 75, 75, 75, 76 present, correct, 77, 77, 78, 79, 79, 80, 80, 81, 82, 83, 83, 84, right, 85 present, right, 88 present, 89, 90, 90, 91, 92, 92, lateral entry 1, lateral entry 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 6, okay, then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 36, 38, 37, 37, 36, 35, okay, right, 37, 38, 38, 38, 39, 38, I'm asking about 38, 38 option done, 39, 40, 38%, 39, 39, for 39 option done, 40%, 41, 43, 43, right. Here the option is regular 5, 24, 42, 49, 61, 64, 73, 75, lateral entry 9, 39. Okay, thank you all of you. You know, 75 ఇప్పుడు వచ్చావా 75 ఇప్పుడు వచ్చావా నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు వచ్చి ఎస్ఆర్ అని చెప్తున్నావు అదే ఇప్పుడు వచ్చి నేను అనేది రెగ్యులర్. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ. అవునమ్మా, 3 to అంటే జస్ట్ దే ప్రమోటెడ్, ద ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఆర్ దేర్, ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఉంటాయి మీకు. అంటే జస్ట్ ఏంటంటే అకాడమిక్ డిస్టర్బ్ కాకుండా క్లాసులు రన్ కావడానికి జస్ట్ ప్రమోట్ చేశారు మిమ్మల్ని అంటే. ఎగ్జామ్స్ అనేది మేబీ ఉంటాయి, మేబీ ఉంటాయి అనుకుంటున్నాను నేను. దేర్ ఛాన్స్ టు కండక్ట్ 3 to ఛాన్స్ ఉంది, నాకు తెలిసి మోస్ట్లీ ఉండొచ్చు, మోస్ట్ 90% ఉండొచ్చు. ఎందుకంటే ప్రమోట్ చేయడం అంటే ఎగ్జామ్స్ రాయకుండా ఉండడం కాదు. ప్రమోట్ చేయడం అంటే ఇప్పుడు టెంపరీగా డిస్టర్బ్ కాకుండా క్లాసెస్ని పంపించమంట ఫైనల్ ఇయర్కి, మేబీ క్లాస్ని ప్రమోట్ చేయడానికి. అంతేగాని ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఉంటాయి మోస్ట్లీ, నాకు తెలిసి 90% ఉంటుంది అనుకుంటున్నాను 3 to. అది ఓకేనా? ఓకే, థ్యాంక్స్ టు ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ.